Why, hello, everybody. Welcome to new podcast. Yay. With me today is Sinister Fate.
The one and only, yes.
How are you doing
Hello.
today?
Pretty good.
Oh, that is nice. That's
How are you
nice.
doing, sir?
Oh, I am doing perfectly just fine.
That is splendid.
So today's subjects are I don't know. This is the very first ever podcast that we're actually going to be doing. So, yeah. Well,
Oh
you
yeah, it is kind of. Yeah.
you got a topic to start us off?
I sadly do not.
You
I
know,
sadly, I wish I did.
You know what? Let's dive in. Let's dive into the Apex arenas. Let's dive into
Apex,
that.
dive into that.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a bit. So the
Okay.
new Apex arenas, the new gameplay trailer is coming out tomorrow. I'm fucking excited.
Yes,
I'm actually
as
fucking.
am I. And it's gonna be 6 minutes long, which I think is the longest gameplay trailer that they've
Is
released
it?
so far. I think so. Out
Hold
of
up.
all the
Let
others,
me
I
let
think it
me
is the longest one.
let me look up gameplay trailers. Let me see. Apex gameplay trailer. Let me see all these. 2 minutes and 37 seconds on 8, 3 and 4. Season 0 had 1 minute and 40. 2 minutes and 7 seconds for 5. One had 1 minute and 15. That's the smallest. Jesus. I don't think two had a gameplay trailer.
Wait, which one?
Oh wait, no, never mind. Season 2 had a gameplay trailer.
Season two did. Yeah, I was like, what? I'm pretty sure it did.
Okay, 6, 2 minute. Yeah, I guess you guys are right. This is gonna be the longest.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Yeah, like jeez. Remember when this like I feel like in a little while we're gonna be like, guys, remember when this game was only battle royale? Like we're gonna be saying that in like a
It's
month or
really
two.
crazy to think about. That is really crazy to think about. Like they're gonna like add more modes. Like they're gonna go like they're trying to compete with like CS:GO and Valorant now.
Oh damn!
If you
Like
think about it, because like on how they do it, where like you have to buy weapons and abilities. That's what they're doing with arenas apparently.
oh god. Yeah, that's gonna be the only worrying part for me is because like I'm not
That
I'm not
stuff is like
like
kind of weird.
I'm not really into that type of stuff. Like when you guys were saying like team deathmatch, I was expecting like Call of Duty or something like that. You know.
Yeah,
Like it would be crazy if they had like 20v20, you know? Like
yeah.
full on like everybody has their abilities, right? But it's like 20v20. And you have two frag grenades, right? Two frag grenades and
Hmm.
just, your ability, your ultimate, just full on Call of Duty. Like that's what I thought it was going to be, not CS:GO. Like, oh boy. Though like here's the question that I have to raise, and that is, will it do well?
The devs seem to feel very confident that it will.
Because if they have full confidence, then that might just mean that it might be able to kick off. Okay, CS:GO is all the way at the bottom already because of Valorant. So let's be fair. Like again,
Not been
CS:GO.
popular in a long time.
Yeah. So really, they
Like
they're
not that it's not terrible, not that it's a terrible game, but it's just it's really
it's just an
kind of
oldie.
died. Yeah,
Like it's not bad. It's not terrible. I've seen gameplay. It looks fun, but it's an oldie. And Valorant's not terrible either. It's just I don't know. I'm not really into that kind of
Yeah,
gameplay.
yeah, we tried playing. Yeah, we tried like one morning.
It was
It was funny at first. It was fun.
oh yeah, that's because I sucked at it. You were kicking my ass. I'll be
Oh,
honest.
no, no, no. Like around the ending when we stopped playing, you were destroying me.
Was I?
Yeah, remember you were winning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just not that interesting type of gameplay for me. Like it might be now because like this is like a game we're familiar with. We know the
Yeah.
controls, we know the characters, but like Valorant, we don't know shit.
Mm,
It's just like what does this do? But I hope it grows in popularity
mm.
because of it.
I mean, Apex in general is going to grow in popularity just for them adding that sort of mode because apparently they're going to add also arenas ranked as well.
Oh, really?
There are rumors of that happening. Yeah, they're going to add arenas ranked.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
actually going to be crazy.
they're going to add arenas ranked. So they're going to like really, they're not going to just make it like kind of small. They're going to do something with that.
Ah, okay. I
And
guess I,
also, it's like, no, no, like as well, it's like, I'm pretty sure, like, think about it this way: they're gonna continue. Like, it's not like they're gonna go all out on that. They're also gonna still be updating the battle royale map. They're gonna like bring back World's Edge, and they're gonna update Olympus like fully, and
yeah.
so like they're kind of just spreading out on what more to add.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Cuz if you really think about it, it makes you wonder like what other modes could they do?
It's very hard to tell what they will do since they're doing that. So we'll just have I don't know. It's really up to what they decide to go with it.
Cuz now that they're back to updating Titanfall because of the popularity of Apex.
Yeah, a lot. There's a lot of hate apparently around that, and that's very annoying.
Yeah, like I remember you actually told me about that guy that was so salty about it.
Yeah, it's like that's really stupid.
Like, dude, he's
Like Titanfall still like there wouldn't be Apex without Titanfall.
exactly. Like that's the
So
thing. Like I never
it's
played
really
Titanfall,
annoying.
but I'm not hating it because it gave us a wonderful battle royale to escape the one that should not be named. And it was actually a really big breath of fresh air from the one that should not be named.
And like every season, like even like of course it gets boring and repetitive later on, but like when they first bring out the new season, it does feel refreshing that they changed the meta because of the new weapons and
Oh yeah,
new
definitely.
characters that they add. So like it kind of does. It's still they still manage to keep it refreshing.
Like even though it is still refreshing, they also can be the most stupidest decisions.
Yeah, like
Like
obviously it's not perfect. They've obviously done some like bad updates.
yeah, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you guys are good boys. Like no, 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 no. I'm gonna be straight up honest and be like, some choices are dumb as fuck, but
Or they
some
were
choices,
questionable. Like they like there's a lot of OP characters that they like need to nerf, and it feels like they're like nerfing the characters that are balanced, and then they just barely nerf the characters that need to be nerfed, and they just end up still being
yeah, it
OP as
it feels
hell.
like that, right? Because Horizon is a good example of that.
Yeah, and like with Lifeline, like she was pretty okay. Like I guess they probably just nerfed her because of arenas because that'd be very unfair using the combat shield in team deathmatch.
Mm-hmm.
But
The
I
battle
don't know.
royale aspect,
Yeah, it's like, well, what are you gonna do there?
like they probably, I'm pretty sure there's like a way they could like separate it somehow, like separate the
Yeah,
the
it's like
arenas.
Yeah, like maybe make it where only in battle royale she can just place it as she revives, but in the other one it's like she keeps it. But
Uh
that
huh.
I feel like it might be too difficult for the game to process, you know. So maybe that's why they're just nerfing her entirely because it'd be just a lot easier that way.
That's I guess that's understandable, but it's still
Yeah,
kind of stupid. Like mostly for the battle royale side. But like if it's basically to balance out the arenas because arenas does have a better chance of cover because the reason why it's bad for battle royale is because what if you're in an area with no cover? It's a big ass open map, you know. But like in arenas from just the launch trailer alone on the World's Edge or that snow area, I'm pretty sure that's World's Edge, right?
the with the snow area, yeah, that's
Okay.
World's Edge. The snow area is going to be World's Edge, and it looks really sick because it's a completely different part of World's Edge.
Yeah.
It looks like it, and like if they add like exclusive maps to that specific mode, then that's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Because then it definitely will feel refreshing every time because it's just a
Mhm.
completely different map.
And it looks like it has a lot more cover because it's just an
Yeah,
enclosed map.
there's like a lot of rocks and stuff. So
So, like, I can understand why they're getting rid of it for arenas because, you know, there's more cover. It gives you more of a chance to revive. Even if they're, like, across the map, you know, it still gives you a chance, you know?
yeah,
But, like, with Battle Royale, that's where it gets hard because it's like there you know like I said like you know those open battles we had a couple days ago when we played and we had like that one area where we were near those like trees, like those huge ass
yeah,
trees, and we were caught by like three teams. That was a perfectly good area to just have Elijah keep running around us and just use the combat shield as cover because that's the only thing that he could have done in that situation is just use the own shield of reviving as cover.
yeah,
But it does it is leaning towards the expectations.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually watched the trailer again today. Still hate
There you go.
Valkyrie and her cocky bitch ass, but
Yeah,
you know my
I still
only
love that octane sequence.
oh yeah my only prayer for Valkyrie is that I hope this is finally a legend that could meet my expectation and
What do you
actually
mean?
be somebody that I could actually play. Cause
Oh,
I do not like all the you know this about me. I hate all the season legends so far. Like they sound sick, right? Their abilities are kind of useful, but I hate playing as them. I straight up hate it. So my only prayer is that I hope Valkyrie is playable for a me aspect. That's my only prayer cuz I want to actually play a seasoned character. Cuz you guys you play Watson. I think Elijah plays somebody from a season. I don't know who, but he.
Loba.
Okay, yeah,
He
I
plays a
forgot who
lot
it
of
was.
Loba. I also played a lot of. I also tried a lot of Horizon. I was thinking about maining her, but I did not want to leave Pathfinder
Yeah.
because she is really good. Like she is good for like a good change for like because she's kind of like on what people kind of tried to use pass using Pathfinder as.
Mhm.
So like she was like for Pathfinder main, she was actually kind of an upgrade, but I don't want to leave Pathfinder.
You don't want to leave the OG.
Yeah,
And besides, you already poured like $200 into the man
yeah.
because of you know the. I don't
The
know, man.
heirloom.
Those gloves, man. I'm pretty sure it says $200 on.
I was so ashamed, but I really wanted it. I couldn't wait any longer.
Still can't believe you had the walk of shame on your way home from it.
Because I knew what I was doing was stupid. I'm like, why? Why? Goodbye, Christmas money. Goodbye, Christmas money. Goodbye. I still I still had an extra 150.
But that went down the
But
drain fast.
no, I still have it.
Oh, how? What are you holding on for?
I just don't want to lose it.
You
I just
can't
don't want to lose it, man.
you can't spare me $10?
No.
Oh, come on, just
I mean, what do you want it for?
something.
What do you want it for?
Something.
All right, you don't want it. That's cool.
No, I want it, but I feel like you'd shame me.
I probably will.
It's for a
I'm not
cod.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna be full on honest.
It's for a cod character.
For a COD character,
Yeah.
and he's $10.
Well, I have $10 in my account, but I need 10 more.
So he's $20
Uh huh.
for. Can't you just earn him?
Nope.
Are you serious? You can't.
Nope.
No.
It's terrible, I know.
Yeah.
Alright. I have $16. I might get $4 out of Goodwill.
$4 at a Goodwill. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
I'm donating a lot of clothes and pillows. Maybe I should cut this out. Because then my dad will be on my ass. He would be like, "Is that why you wanted to donate your clothes?" Partially, yes, but at the same time, I'm gonna be a nice guy and let kids have some clothes because kids don't have clothes nowadays, and it sucks. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a helping hand, and also get $4 out of it. Just $4. That's all I ask. I'm not asking for like 300 out of like a T-shirt from like 6 years ago. Hell no, that's a fucking ripoff, dude. I just want $4. That's all I want, just $4, and then I could live happily with my $4 and probably 3 pennies. Now what's the next topic? Shit.
You want to know another topic?
Yeah, because we just went on 17 minutes about Apex.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
What else could we speak of?
so that new
How
Bad
about
Bad
you?
show.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say, so what about that Outlast trials that you want me to try?
Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? We'll talk about that first, and then we'll talk about Star Wars related stuff. I don't think any news came out for Outlast Trials, but it's like, do you just want to know like the lore to the whole universe, or
I can try and understand it. Yeah. I'll try and
okay?
understand.
I'll try to put this in a retrospect. You ready? This is about to be a whole
Uh-huh.
story time.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay. Do you have snacks next to you? Do you have some snacks?
I do not.
Go grab a snack.
No, fuck it. Yeah, they're back.
Go grab a snack. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are 19 minutes into the podcast, then you should know I am a big Outlast nerd. I actually have learned, not almost, but not okay, not really everything, but like kind of everything to the lore. Like I'm just gonna pour onto this I'm just gonna tell this poor gentleman that had to ask me uh the whole lore to Outlast. I'm gonna tell him the whole story, or try to, in a really fast and or slow pace. And you know, it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time. And also, I'm gonna plug this in now while he's gone. Uh, if you guys would want to watch me play Outlast on my Twitch, Outlast 1 or 2, I don't have Whistleblower. I might get Whistleblower soon. I don't know. If I do, though, you can put that in the comments as a request. Because then if I do, you know, you'll be like, yes, you know, like so. But just let me know in the comments if you want me to live stream. My Twitch is Mr. Golden Tropper. No, that's not a joke. And I can't fix it. So, you know, that might be the name change to all of my social media. It's just Mr. Golden Tropper. So, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of dust on this keyboard. Not keyboard, on this computer, on this desk. Lot of dust, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, if you stuck around for this long, that's fantastic. Because you know, it's probably what you're looking at from recording for me recording this is probably just two still images of me on the left here, and you know, my good old friend Sinister on the right. Oh, hello, you're back.
Yes, I was freaking grabbing some crackers, and I am back.
You also have a drink.
Yes, I have water.
Okay, you prepared yourself. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is the whole Outlast that I know of so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so an Outlast Whistleblower. It's technically the first game of everything. An Outlast Whistleblower. Wayland Park is there doing nerd shit for Murkoff, right? He's doing nerd shit. But before he starts doing the nerd shit, he's typing the note that you see in the actual first game. Whenever you pull it out from the seat to your right, he's writing like the actual note that he sends Miles. So then, you know, he does his nerd shit, and then he's gonna go grab his laptop, and then he's gonna fucking leave the whole building, right? But no,
Mm-hmm.
they figured out that he sent an email to to Miles, and then these assholes were like, "Oh, let's knock him out and force him to do the morphogenic engine." So then the morphogenic engine is like fucking doing shit to Waylon, and then all of a sudden, shit starts to go bad, and and then you know, scary ghost kills man in the room to the right, and you literally don't see it happen until you pick up the camcorder and you see the aftermath of it. A perfectly clean white room is now red, basically. So then, what is it? So yada yada yada, yada yada yada. That's the whole thing to that. So then you're a couple of hours into Whistleblower. I'm just gonna try to shorten this. A couple of hours into Whistleblower, depending on how slow you're fucking going from hiding around corners like a pussy, you will run into a guy named Eddie Gluskin. And fun fact, Eddie Gluskin is actually the guy that you see at the very beginning of Whistleblower whenever he's doing nerd shit. A naked guy runs up to the window and apparently recognizes Waylon, and it just happens to end up to be Eddie. Something that I kind of find hilarious is that not a whole lot of fucking people noticed it. It was crazy. I actually realized that, and I was like, "Hey, that's actually Eddie." Like, I actually learned that a couple of years ago when I got the Outlast Trinity, but then I traded it in. But anyway, so Eddie knocks you out because you try to hide in a locker, right? And then all of a sudden, you wake up 12 hours later. But in between that 12 hours, in between those 12 hours, Miles Upshore is actually driving up, or was actually, while you were knocked out for those 12 hours, Miles Upshore actually showed up to the place, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this, I actually figured this out like a week ago, actually, when I was watching a friend of mine play it. I figured it out. I was like, wait, if this shit didn't happen until Waylon was working here, then that means that Miles was just the unluckiest fucking guy. And that also means that everything that you see in the actual first game, like all the dead bodies, everything looks like, because like if you played the game, everything looks like this shit's been going on for like years, right? Like a year or a couple months when you're walking around the place, when you're seeing the shit unfold, you know, in the first Outlast. But then you play Whistleblower, then you slowly realize after some time that this shit only happened in under a fucking day. And Miles was just the unlucky bastard that got picked for the job to go there the next day. He was just the unlucky bastard.
Oh, God.
It's pretty fucking funny, because Miles is technically forced by a priest, like a fake ass priest in the whole vicinity, to do this guy's bidding. Like the whole entire time, you're mostly trying to chase down Father Martin, because you meet him after you get thrown out the window, and so the whole time, you're chasing down Father Martin, yada yada yada. And then at some point, I'm pretty sure he burns himself. Father Martin burns himself on a cross uh pretty late into the game. Tells Miles some important shit. And then yada yada yada. And this should be the moment where Waylon is waking up right now. This is the moment where Waylon's trying to wake up and he's seeing Eddie cutting up these guys' dicks open. This is a legit cutscene in the game. Okay, this isn't shit that I'm making up. You literally see a guy fucking slicing penises in half, and it's horrifying. Like, I always close my eyes and turn off the audio when that cutscene plays when I watch people do it. It's just that terrifying. So Waylon escapes and stuff like that, and he's dealing with Eddie still, but Miles is like, "Oh, hey, escape!" And then he gets sent down to the basement to where Waylon was doing nerd shit on the actual giant life support thing that Billy's hooked up to. So then he has to run around and do a bunch of shit. And Billy is the wall rider, because then the wall rider jumps out and is just like, "Ooga booga, I'm a ghost." And then he chases you down for a while, and then you just pull wires, turn a couple valves, and then you press a button. Boom, that's the end of the first game. So then, at the end of the first game, Miles is fucking bullied by the wall rider, like bullied and kicked in his ass and fucking brutally raped to the point he actually became the host, and then gets shot by a SWAT team. That SWAT team dies, and while that's happening, Waylon is still dealing with Eddie, and then he almost escapes, but then he gets punched by Eddie, and then Eddie drags him into this room of naked bodies being hung by a bunch of nooses. And then he tries to kill Waylon by hanging him by a noose, but then Waylon escapes, and somehow some magical shit happens, and a piece of wood stabs Eddie. You escape, and then you're walking through the asylum of the aftermath, and then some asshole named Jeremy Blair is there, dying, because he's the asshole that finds you, right? And some asshole named Jeremy Blair is sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, you're still alive. Here, help me out." And then he fucking stabs you like a dick. And then, here's the best part. The comics. The comics are the best part. Because the comics, if I remember correctly, play sort of a prequel before Jeremy Blair's death, but I don't remember most of the characters' names, so I'm just going to dive right into what happens in between the comics, in between after the first game and before the second game. So, in between the first and second game, these two special employees that hunt down people that worked for Murkoff, and they supposedly kill him or take him into custody or whatever to use as experiments. I'm pretty sure. Went there and they were like, "Oh shit, this is Jeremy Blair's spine that's sitting here right in front of us. Oh fuck." So then they're hunting down Wayland Park throughout a good portion of it, and there's other characters like Simon Peacock. I don't fully know the story to that yet. I gotta reread the comics, but they're hunting down Simon Peacock for some reason. Pretty sure because he was like in tuned with Wayland. But they're pretty much only hunting down Wayland because Wayland escapes at the end of Whistleblower in Miles's Jeep. He straight up stole Miles's car because Miles technically died. So, it's free real estate. You know how it is. So then, you're really not enjoying this, are you?
No, I'm listening.
It feels like you're not enjoying it, though.
I,
And
I,
I
I'm
understand.
listening.
Oh, okay. But I understand if you're suffering, though.
I don't understand a bit of it.
Yeah, I'll show you in a retrospect when we're done. I'll show you. I'll explain it to you in a better way, or at least I'll just send you the link to the comics if that's okay. Because the comics are actually on the website for free. So, and to anybody that wants to read them, I'll leave a link in the description below because you people might want to understand too. So, anywho, Wayland burns down his house at some point. And, in the ending of Whistleblower, the fucking guys that are talking to him about the footage literally says, your wife, your child. Like, no. He has 2 boys, please. He has 2 boys. Fucking idiots. He has 2 boys. But anyway. And also, you actually can also see a small face reveal from Wayland Park. So anybody that wants to see Wayland Park's face, there you go. Anyway, again, so they're hunting around for Wayland Park, and they go to Miles Upshore's old apartment, and an old lady says that Miles Upshore was literally there last night, a week or 2 after Outlast happened. I'm pretty sure, like the game happened. So she saw him, and apparently her dogs were losing their minds, barking at him and having a vendetta against Miles. Even though apparently her dogs liked Miles originally. Weird, right? It's totally not like the Wall Raider fucking showed up and just destroyed shit. Oh wait, that's what happened. So they go into the apartment, they figure out that shit was destroyed by Miles' ghost or whatever, and they're so goddamn confused on what the fuck happened. Wayland Park is still gone for shit. And then they fight Simon Peacock and start attacking because apparently Wall Rider got ants. Oh yeah, Billy's mother dies. Billy goes straight up to his own home and kills his mother. That's fun. And
Yeah, totally.
yeah, the way she dies is brutal.
Oh,
Not as brutal as the guy in the truck though in the beginning of that one. Because the guy's sitting outside of outside his home, right? Outside of Billy's house. And the Wall Rider literally shows up in the car and he fucking digs into his eyes. Like he digs in under his eyes. It was graphic. Anywho. So, like a couple comics in, right? And then the final comic. Oh wait, no, not the final comic. That's not it yet. So now we're starting in Outlast 2. You're Blake Langerman now, and you have your wife Lynn Langerman. And how does this relevant anything? I don't know. These are just main character names. So you're at a place called Temple Gate. This is apparently the area where they isolate female employees. Why do they isolate female employees? Well, it's because apparently at Mount Massive Asylum, female employees were having phantom pregnancies and having kids and dying out of nowhere, even though there was no kid there. They were having phantom pregnancies, so they were like, "Ah, fuck it, we'll just send them off to Templegate." And then they were like, apparently, this is what I'm just going off. They probably looked at Templegate and said, "Oh, we could also fuck with these people," because they built some stations, some radio towers at Mount Massive. They or not Mount Massive. They built towers, like these little radio towers that send big white waves of light that fuck with the mind. So kind of a morphogenic engine, but like if like the nightmares were to become like real or something like that. I'm pretty sure I heard. So the whole town of Templegate is fucked because of it. And uh Blake and Lynn immediately got affected after the helicopter crash. So so you're going through as Blake, you're running through the town and you're discovering your own backstory of why Jessica died. Even though that's not really important, what's more important is the secret behind why Murkoff is even there. Mostly it's because they were, abandoning female employees, but also fucking the minds of cult leaders. So, yada yada yada. You go through the game, you find your wife, she births the baby. Papa Noth kills himself, and then yada 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 yada. You leave the church, and then the sun explodes. But the realist, because he walks out, and it's basically the apocalypse, because your child in the game is the Antichrist, right? And apparently the sun just explodes. But in the comics, what actually happens is the wall riders controlled ants take out this crane and make it fall down and blow up the town. The whole town literally blows up. And everybody's dead, pretty much. Everybody is literally dead, but there's only one guy breathing, and it's Blake. Blake is somehow the only one alive out of the whole explosion. And they fucking find him in the comic. They find him, and they're like, holy shit, how is he the only one still alive? And then they also show his wife, and you see that she's not pregnant. There was no sign of a childbirth at all, which is a problem because phantom pregnancy, lol, funny. So they find Blake and they're just like, oh, we're gonna dig into this little child's brain and figure out what the fuck he knows about Templegate, because now everything's blown to shit. Like literally, this comic, the final comic of the Murkoff account, literally. The last comic literally takes place 7 hours after Outlast 2 in the game. The sun explodes and stuff like that. It takes place right after that. It's fucking astounding. Like, you have to play the games to understand everything that I just told you. It's really astounding. And then Outlast Trials, that's taking place during the era of the Cold War. People are saying that it's going to end up to be somewhere in New Mexico or fucking someplace, because Outlast 2 takes place in Arizona and Outlast 1 and Whistleblower takes place in Colorado. Did all that make sense?
No.
That's fair.
I did not understand a thing. I just wanted to try and understand. This whole time I was listening, but I could not process it.
Okay, I might actually have to buy Whistleblower and explain to you in a better fashion. Or maybe I'll just read you the comics. I don't know. Which way would you prefer?
I actually don't know.
Would you actually prefer play the games in front of you or just send you the
I've
comics?
watched you play them. I've watched you play them.
Okay, what if I replay but I explain to you the story that's happening?
That might work actually for next time.
Okay. You know what? We're doing that tonight. Cause I wanna make this day count. If that's all right
Oh,
with you.
okay. That's fine.
We're about 40 minutes in, and I hope everybody got an Outlast lesson. Whoopee. That's how much of a fucking nerd I am. About 40 minutes in. Okay, so now let's talk about Star Wars stuff. Now that we got.
Storm bloopers.
Oh yeah, how's episode 3?
Come on, man. You know how it's going.
Yeah, I know. You just need a reshoot, right? You just need like a reshoot
Yeah,
of
it's
me,
pretty
and then what else?
Let's just reshoot. Maybe like. Actually, I don't think I have to reshoot any. Well, actually, yeah, one thing, just one scene of you guys running away, and then just maybe a few of your lines.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
I'll do the lines when I come back.
Okay. Well, that's gonna take a bit.
Yeah, I know. There's a small chance that they might stay here for a week though. You just gotta pray. Knowing that they're probably going to come in Tuesday now, it's probably gonna be. I'll probably be able to do them tomorrow. Cause I'm gonna say this now. I might be online tomorrow. Before they show up. Once they show up, I'm logging off because they're gonna show up like later in the day tomorrow. Small chance.
Mm-hmm.
So when I hear the knock on the door, when I hear the haze in the living room, that's when I'm logging off. So I'll probably be able to read lines and help you reshoot something.
And then we can work on episode 4.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, go subscribe to Sinister Fate if you want to go watch what we're talking about. Because, Storm Bloopers is a really good show. And we've been
Well,
working
it's
on it.
going to be.
Yeah, it's going
It's
to.
good. It's going to be. We haven't done shit yet. But yeah.
But, if you're a dumbass... Okay, maybe I shouldn't put it in a harsh way. If you are a genetically not smart person...
That makes it so much better. So many years.
If you are special guest from the podcast is my father. Hold on. Yes, hello? Hello?
Do you want chicken?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna make you some now.
Okay, bye. What the fuck? Anyway, just gonna ignore that. So, Bad Batch.
Yeah, that batch.
Did you hear that Commander Cody might actually get an explanation on where the fuck he was after Revenge of the
I hope he
Sith?
does. I hope so. Watch him die. What's up?
That would be kind of the least surprising thing to me.
It would be the least surprising thing, but it'd be very disappointing.
Yeah.
I got all that.
Could he at least die in a the only thing that I'd request is could he at least die in a badass way? Like that's my only request. He dies in a really badass way, or at least a way that's satisfying instead of, oh, I'm Commander just dead. Like, you know how Captain Rex is gonna be in the show?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe his death could be like the confirmation between those two. I would be happy with that. Like, that's how he dies. Like, that would be the most emotional thing
Yeah.
ever. but it would be a good close to his character. Like a really good close. I wonder, though, the thing that's kind of like mind bugging me is what is the intro sequence actually going to look like for the show?
Probably probably like very related to Clone Wars. Either that, it's probably just going to be a title. I will be surprised if it's like one of those intros where it's like it shows each character individually
Hmm.
or something, or something like that. I would be surprised.
Because if this just ends up to be another one of those shows that only that's like Star Wars Rebels intro, that would be the most disappointing thing. To me, at least. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I'd probably be like, could be better. Because there's no way in hell they could just start up with the Clone Wars theme song. With the Clone Wars title. And then the next question stands with it of will there be a season 2 if season 1 does really well? Or is it just going to be a one season no matter what?
Maybe season 2, but it would probably just be. Oh, I feel like it's unlikely. I think it might be just a season 1.
Just a season 1 no matter what?
Yeah, probably. Unless it lands on a cliffhanger and they want to do more with it. What happens to them. But I don't know. They could really do anything, kind of.
Yeah. You know, if they do like something like what happened to them, or if they want the characters to connect, if the little girl or the little kid, little girl, little boy, I don't fucking know. I'm kind of confused. Uh, just the kid. If the little kid ends up to be a really good character, I would love to see that person in an older age, like at an older age. Like maybe in the Cassian Andor show, they could show that little kid. If said life form becomes a full grown adult.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm gonna get canceled.
Why?
Because of what the fuck I'm saying. I don't know the gender of this kid. Is it girl or
I'm
is
pretty
it
sure it's a girl, yeah.
okay?
It's a girl.
My God. Like
I'm
I'm
pretty
over.
sure they're going. I think they're doing it where it's like, I guess, like supposedly she's a test subject for just basically she's a clone, but just gender swaps. I think that she's like a test subject for that.
Oh, that'd be interesting
That's
actually.
what some people are putting in perspective.
Mhm. That would actually be not that bad. Like a gender reversed clone. That's actually something interesting to think about as well. What if the clones were female? Instead of together brothers, it would be together sisters.
I mean, isn't that the Night Sisters?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
That's technically the Night Sisters, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? You might not be wrong. Whoa.
I mean, they say that to each other anyway, so It's not that surprising. It's not that surprising.
To me, it is just a little. What's in? For the Star Wars Vintage Collection, what else do you think they could add for the Vintage Collection?
What do you mean?
Cause there's like a lot of old Star Wars shows that happened during the 70s and 90s.
Yeah.
So like what other vintage Star Wars media could they add?
I don't know. Actually.
You know what they could add though?
What?
The original Star Wars droids.
That'd be cool.
Like that would actually be like, cause Star Wars. I've never watched it before, but it kind of looks interesting. Like the theme song seems promising, cause I've actually seen the intro sequence. Seems promising enough. It's a lot better than Ewoks. Cause we were like, oh, let's watch Ewoks. We turned it on and immediately was like, well, you were immediately done. I just decided not to continue because nobody dared to challenge it.
Because it's awful.
God, I will admit the theme song was terrible.
It's literally Star Wars Care Bears.
And then you have the live action TV special Ewoks. I really want them to add the holiday special. That's my number one requested item
For what?
for the vintage collection. Just the original holiday special. And if Clone Wars 2003 is on Disney Plus, doesn't that mean that it's technically canon?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, is Clone Wars 2003 part of it?
Yeah, it's part of the vintage collection.
Yeah, then that doesn't make it canon.
Mm.
No, it didn't. It makes
Damn.
it vintage, but
It's really good
isn't.
though. I might rewatch it again. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna force my family to watch it.
More than
Force my family, because my dad's watched it with me. I watched it with my dad, but my mom hasn't seen it, and my grandparents definitely have not seen it. My sister definitely hasn't seen it. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting. And I'm out of topics. Do you have another topic?
You know, fuck it. I got a suggestion from an unknown source. Uh, so
Uh-huh.
yeah, a blueberry Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's with that? What's with that? You know,
Have you tried it?
it came out a year ago.
Oh.
It came out like a year and a half ago, but it was taken away. But due to high demand, because apparently it was really popular, they're bringing it back soon. It hasn't out released yet, though.
Why did they take it away?
I do not know. I think it was just a limited time soda.
Cause I didn't even know blueberry Pepsi existed. I'm gonna be honest. Being locked in the
Yeah,
house, I didn't really give a fuck about drinks. Like, what the fuck? Blueberry Pepsi. Wow. Like, have you had it? Is it good?
I have not tried it. No,
Shit.
I was hoping to try it soon.
You know what? That's gonna be next podcast. Throughout the whole 2 weeks that I'm gone, I'm gonna be asking my parents for blueberry Pepsi, and I'll come
If it
back to you.
releases, I don't know when it releases, but when it does, I will notify you.
Okay. Like, jeez, that's an interesting. I thought you were about to say Legos.
No,
Just blueberry Pepsi.
yes.
Yeah, that'll have to. We'll have to actually hold on to that for the next podcast. Well, we've hit the 56-minute mark, and since we're all out of topics, I don't really think it's a good idea to really keep this going for the first episode.
Okay.
So, if any of you enjoyed listening to us talking about things, you should subscribe for more. And we're gonna try to do this a lot more. If we get a lot of support on it. And thank you, Sinister, for being here.
My pleasure.
Always great to see you, my friend. Always great to see you. Even though I see you every day, but it's great. It's great to see you. Really great to see you. So everybody, subscribe to me, like, and hit the bell for notifications, and subscribe to Sinister Fate, and hit his bell for notifications, and don't forget to like his stuff, cause he's making TV show, and I'm making just pointless
Vlog.
videos.
So,
Yeah,
yes.
just all that jazz. So, yeah, this is it for the pot of gold. You know what? That's gonna be the name, the pot of gold. There you go. That's the name of this. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.